Hey guys, Mike, and I'm back with my Fisker Ocean 1, and I know it's been a long time. Well, as you can hear, I'm not quite recovered, but I've been sick for the past 3 weeks, and today, it's a beautiful day here in Florida. It's about 72 degrees, and we're gonna get to the waterproofing of the connectors. So as you can see, I got the tire off. I've got the jack up, and I'm using a wooden block, but most of you will have the 3D printed part that goes under here. But what I want to talk about is the same tools that you use to pull off the front fascia, you'll use to pry off the hubcap over your rim to make sure that you have access to the lug nuts. A simple tire iron works. And then in that pry plastic trim removal tool, you'll also have one of these. These work great for removing the little plastic button snaps that keep the inside of the fender, this felt lining, attached. So you'll just slide the fork in and it'll pop right out just like that. So those are some neat tools you might already have that you'll have access to. So as you can see, reference wise, we're on the passenger side. I've got the passenger side wheel well here, and I've already got one of the two included waterproofing connectors covers here installed. So I saw Chad in one of his videos that his connector was not salvageable. That is important to check out to make sure that you have no water inside your connector. So these little snaps, they just push right there onto the frame, and they pull out just as easy. To get them off, and you will need to slide them off, you just put a flat tip screwdriver right where my fingers move in there, and it lifts up and removes. So you lift that up, and it just slides right out, just like that. And that'll allow plenty of space for the waterproof connector to fit around, and then we'll zip tie that back to the frame here in a second. But first, we're going to inspect the inside of this connector, just like we did with the two here that were mounted. They fit nicely in here, and I'm going to zip tie them back to the frame. And then we are going to, while we're at it, waterproof the pump, washer fluid pump here. Make sure that these connectors, because guys, the water comes right off this ledge. It comes like a waterfall right down onto your connectors. And see that little hole? That's where it starts. A normal rainy day comes down, comes off this ledge, and just like that, symptom is you don't have any sound coming from your pedestrian speaker, or worst case scenario, you have a short-circuited sprayer pump. While you're also in here, you can also see one of your water pumps there. That's a good time to add some silicone. Oh, we have someone doing God's work today. But add some silicone to that while you have access to this whole area. And what's pretty neat is regenerative braking is doing a good job. As you can see, there's plenty of meat on these brake pads. But let's open up this connector and check it out. All right, now we're going to take a look at the connector I just disconnected here. As you can also tell, I've attached a zip tie to the frame I've secured it on the back side and the front side to keep this extra secure, but for everyone's understanding, these are already pretty secure from manufacturing. You got the main latch here, then you got some backups, and it keeps it nice and secure. Plenty of space in there to wrap around the harness. So we're gonna get to adding this one now, and before we do that, I promised you a look at the connector. So that side looks pretty good. I don't see really any water, and those pins look pretty good. So let's get to it. All right, guys, I'm going to show you what I did. I ran up to AutoZone and I bought some of the rubberized waterproof all-weather tape. It is rubbery, provides a boot-like fit. When you apply it, it creates a nice seal with gel for the waterproofing. So now I have a boot around that connector, as well as a nice seal around this connector. As you can see, nice and soft. Remove it if you need to, but no water's getting on that. And there are the finished connectors down here. Now I can close this up and get to the water pump. All right, and there's the rubberized boot covering the connector. Now it's time to get the tire back on. And just like that, guys, a job is done. Preventing yet another failure from Fisker factory components. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you like my take on it. I'll talk to you guys soon.